what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me.
Casuals don't see the weight difference. They see Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. Yeah. And if Gervonta Davis doesn't f Jake Paul, they're gonna think Jake Paul is some pound-for-pound champion type of fighter.
Jake too big for Tank, you know. In reality, he's way too big for Tank.
Tank Gervonta when Davis heard Floyd Mayweather predict that Jake Paul would win by early knockout, he just exploded. Tank and his former instructor have been at odds for years, but it appears that Mayweather's most recent remark has finally gotten to the breaking point. Insiders claim that Floyd's public endorsement of YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul, who has been vying for legitimacy in the sport, totally insulted Davis. What began as a casual prediction swiftly descended into a full-fledged battle, with Davis expressing his anger online and accusing Floyd of exploiting the sport for political gain.
What I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a him. If everybody in the clue, I mean, win.
Question for you. Proud father.
The physical mismatch has dominated the conversation ever since this fight was announced. When veteran champion Terence Crawford stated simply that Jake is too big for Tank, it was clear that he had that opinion. He went on to explain that although Davis is extremely gifted, explosive, and capable of strong punches, Paul's size fundamentally alters the dynamic. He even threatened to end things if Jake managed to give Tank a solid blow.
Get your take on the Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. They just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't have no reaction, you know. I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder, you know. If it's scripted, then it's gonna be good for the fans to watch.
What do you mean by scripted? Like rigged?
Yeah, like scripted. Like,
but none of those guys want a fucking L, right?
I think it's not a real fight. I think it's because it can't be a real fight because they ain't in the same weight. So it'd be more like an exhibition.
I think it is an exhibition, but do you think they're like, but not one person saying like, yo, I'm gonna fucking throw a match. You think?
I don't think.
Or you never know.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go in there and spar. I don't think it's gonna be you trying to kill me or I'm trying to kill you. You know, I think it's let's go in here and make this money.
From the standpoint of combat sports, former MMA champion Daniel Cormier reiterated this sentiment. Citing the large weight disparity, Cormier frequently questioned the fairness of matching Davis and Paul on his channel. The issue is that Jake is much bigger, he remarked. It's challenging to view this conflict as fair. He believes that the conventional framework of boxing, in which competitors compete within their weight class to guarantee about equal physical proportions, has been circumvented in this case. This raises the risk that the superior boxer may still lose due of the extreme physical disadvantage.
Gervonta Davis is fighting Jake Paul. Yesterday they had their first press conference. One of the most recognizable things is Jake Paul is huge compared to Gervonta Davis. And two, Gervonta Davis don't even know what weight they fighting, dude.
Maximum weight of 195 pounds this exhibition. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds.
I said it was 190.
The fight is 195 pounds, Tank, as you know.
As you are aware, Cormier and others frequently brought up the huge weight disparity, which further heightened the sense of the mismatch. According to one report, Paul has weighed close to 200 pounds in recent fights, whereas Davis last competed weighing about 136 pounds. According to Cormier, Jake Paul has succeeded in establishing his own niche in the boxing world. However, since those sanctioning organizations are approving this discrepancy, how can you believe that they are sincere? The perception that the size advantage is not only beneficial but almost overwhelming is further supported by that framing.
So, Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Davis. I'm serious. It's real. 199 in Paul's last fight, 133.8 for Davis in his last fight. I discussed that and so much more at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific at my YouTube channel. The link will be in my bio. But hey, I thought he was going to fight Anthony Joshua. How do you end up from Anthony Joshua to Tank Davis? I discuss.
Gervonta Davis recently addressed the criticism he has received by highlighting a recurrent trend. When someone is in the spotlight for an extended period of time, people want someone else to take their place. That's what Floyd Mayweather experienced. Individuals began to despise him once they saw him too frequently. He underlined that as public attention has turned from or to criticism, the same dynamic he saw with Mayweather is playing out with his own career.
A lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switch it on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it turned from love to hate.
In several interviews, Davis has stated that, not out of resentment but rather to demonstrate his progress since leaving Mayweather Promotions, his ideal bout would be against his old mentor Floyd Mayweather. According to Davis, taking on Floyd would be a test of pride and legacy. Since many view the Paul fight as Tank's opportunity to emerge from Floyd's shadow and become boxing's biggest star, this confession gives his feud with Jake Paul a deeper dimension. Tank feels the weight of expectation and thinks defeating Jake Paul may be the start of his own Mayweather moment, much like Floyd did when he controlled the spotlight and faced mounting public hatred.
Dream fight card.
Dream fight card?
Anybody.
So there's a couple fights on there. Me versus Floyd.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that.
A new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yep.
Ryan Garcia.
Yep.
Devin Haney.
Yep.
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence.
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Yeah. September. November.
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think is the most difficult opponent for you?
Floyd Mayweather.
Davis has asserted quite bluntly that he is more skilled than Floyd Mayweather. He was once mentored by the same man. Tank feels that he is a more complete fighter than Floyd was at his age because of his power, timing, and ring IQ. Although Mayweather was a defensive genius, he has frequently stated that he brings both defense and explosive offense. Floyd rarely demonstrated this equilibrium.
Still, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. I feel my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. I take that. Probably hand in hand. But skill-wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
When Gervonta Davis was still a youngster, Floyd Mayweather, one of the most famous and successful boxers of all time, mentored him. Mayweather wanted to shape Davis into a world champion because he saw potential in him. At first, their relationship was marked by adoration and respect for one another. Mayweather frequently praised Davis' skills, and Davis reciprocated by thanking Mayweather for his advice and encouragement.
Floyd, let me ask you something about the business of all this. I asked you why you wanted to promote Tank when you first saw him, Gervonta Davis. Why do you think he's been able to connect with a crowd? Because He draws real crowds when he fights. That's hard to do in boxing. He gets announced at Ravens games, and he gets a big ovation, right? And now he's already fighting on pay-per-view. What is it about Tank that is connected commercially with an audience?
His aura. People like him. That Main Street, he got a boyish look. I mean, he's very marketable. As far as when you look at him, he's marketable. But when the bell rings, he's a killer, and that's what people want to see. That's no different from when I was fighting at super featherweight. When I was fighting at junior lightweight, the boyish look. But when I get in there, I wreck shop.
They had a relationship that went beyond contracts. It was founded on respect for one another and mentoring. In addition to teaching him outstanding boxing techniques, Davis frequently credited Floyd with giving him the self-assurance and self-control that made him a champion destined for enduring glory.
I'm ready now, so they can't pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. He let me test drive this, and he also let me test drive a Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym had them.
That's true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
Well, you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore.
Yeah.
I've watched the news. Yeah. What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother. So he, like a father figure and stuff like that. He took me in, and he been treating me good since I knew him. He been not only in the boxing, like working with me on boxing. He showed me like the business side and all that type of stuff, and he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him and I love him forever for that.
Davis cemented his status as one of boxing's most captivating talents in 2024. His performance against Frank Martin at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn on June 15th was particularly noteworthy. Following a difficult opening, Davis used his trademark left uppercut and straight left punch to knock Martin out in the 8th round, leaving him unable to continue. He has now knocked out 28 opponents in 30 fights, solidifying his reputation as a powerful lightweight fighter.
Okay, so first and foremost, Tank is now 30-0 with 28 knockouts. It's like a 93% knockout ratio, which is crazy. I believe it's the highest knockout percentage of any current world champion, I believe. I would imagine Inoue is close to that, but pretty impressive anyway. He's 29 years old. He's a southpaw. He's 5'5"-ish, 5'5.5" maybe, height-wise, and he has a good reach of 67.5 inches. He's got an extensive amateur background with a great record.
However, their relationship began to show signs of strain as Davis's career took off. Personal and professional conflicts combined to cause tensions to rise. Davis believed that Mayweather was overbearing and denying him sufficient freedom to choose how he wanted to pursue his career. However, Mayweather felt that Davis was not being loyal or respectful enough in light of the backing and opportunities he had given him.
First hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. He basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you." And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. That's what I was. For real? That's what I was told at the time. So
that set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's
that
a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
This is
it on
exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
In a recent interview, Shane Mosley also provided an explanation of the current state of affairs between Floyd and Tank. Shane argued that Floyd deprived Davis of his opportunity to shine by constantly being by his side, drawing a comparison between his and his boy's circumstances and Floyd's.
Floyd and Tank beefing online.
I seen a little bit. Yeah, you know, I like both guys, so it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and Floyd has a big ego where he wants to be the man on top, and Gervonta trying to get on top, but it seemed like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of it kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes. Not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about the Eagles. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine. So I need to be, I'm still gonna tell him everything he needs to know. I'll get in the ring with him, spar with him, do all kinds of stuff. But he has his own coach, he has his own manager, he has his own team, he has his own family, he has his own, his own stuff.
Regarding the impending bout between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, Garcia didn't hold back. He referred to the battle as a disgrace to boxing, pointing out that the fighters' extreme weight and size differences made it appear more like a show than a sport. Garcia contended that the storyline of Paul taking on a legitimate champion is misleading the fans because Davis would be much out of his natural weight class. He said quite frankly that boxing is becoming more and more focused on the fact that bouts like these put entertainment and money before the integrity of competition. Is Tank undervaluing Jake's abilities in the ring? Or do you agree with him that his skills are superior to Floyd's? Please share your opinions in the comments section below.